the calling of the awakened ones. Have you ever felt it? That deep, undeniable sensation within you, a knowing, an inner fire that refuses to be extinguished. Perhaps since childhood, you've sensed that you are different, that you don't think like others, that you don't feel like others. The spaces where many seem comfortable feel confining to you. The conversations that captivate them leave you unmoved. The paths they follow with certainty seem hollow in your eyes. Why is that? Why does the world not seem to understand you? Why does your spirit feel displaced, as if it moves to a rhythm that the rest of the world cannot hear? Because, my friend, you are not like everyone else. This idea may challenge you, it may shake you, but if you listen closely, if you open your mind, you will realize that this truth is not new to you. It has always been there, waiting to be uncovered. This is not just metaphorical, nor is it mere imagination. There is something within you that transcends the ordinary. Your essence is not bound to this world alone. Your origin extends beyond what can be explained by mere human understanding. From the beginning of time, individuals like you have walked the earth, carrying something rare, something powerful, an awareness, an insight, a calling that others do not share. The world may have tried to convince you otherwise. It may have told you that you are just like everyone else, that you must conform, that you must follow the systems set before you. And yet something within you resists. Something in you refuses to conform. And why? Because you were never meant to. This message is not for everyone. Many will hear these words and dismiss them. Many will reject the very notion that something deeper is calling to them. But you, if you have ever felt this pull, if you have ever sensed that there is more to you than what meets the eye, then listen carefully. Open your mind. Open your heart. Allow the weight of this realization to dissolve every illusion that has held you back. Because today, you will remember who you are. Awakening to your true nature, if you are not just an ordinary being, then what are you? To answer this, we must look deeper into the ancient wisdom that has been whispered through generations. Throughout history, many have questioned the true nature of existence. Some traditions teach that humans are merely physical beings, bound to the limitations of the material world, but others suggest something far more profound, that within every individual lies a connection to something greater, something beyond. There are references throughout spiritual traditions to a divine spark, a piece of the eternal embedded within each of us. Some call it the breath of the Creator. Others refer to it as the higher self, the unbreakable essence of being. Whatever name we give it, its presence is undeniable. This is why you sense things that others do not. This is why your dreams stretch beyond what seems possible. This is why your spirit is never fully satisfied with the limits of this world. You were never meant to be confined by the rules of the ordinary. Your essence carries something unique, something powerful, something that cannot be easily defined or understood by conventional wisdom. And this is why the world often fails to recognize you. You may have experienced misunderstanding, rejection, or a sense of not belonging. But this is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of distinction. You walk a different path, not because you are lost, but because you are meant for something beyond the expected. As you journey into understanding your true nature, it's essential to embrace tools that can enhance this awakening. That's why I've curated a selection of products and resources that can guide you in this path of self-discovery. In the description below, you'll find exclusive access to some of the most powerful books, tools, and practices that many awakened individuals and spiritual guides use. These are not just products, they are catalysts for your transformation. From the best-selling The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle to personalized meditation accessories like crystal-infused jewelry or sacred geometry pendants, these tools can support you as you reconnect with your higher self. Moreover, these hand-picked products have been embraced by influential thought leaders and individuals seeking deeper connection and spiritual growth. Trust me when I say that they are more than just things. They're keys to unlocking your divine potential. So, if you're ready to step into the next phase of your spiritual journey, make sure to explore the resources I've gathered for you. You'll find everything you need to elevate your practice and bring more light into your life. The journey of remembering. For centuries, systems and structures have attempted to shape the way people see themselves. Many are taught to fit into predefined roles, to accept a version of reality that keeps them within safe and predictable boundaries. But those who feel the call of something greater cannot be contained within these limitations. Deep within, you know that your existence carries a purpose beyond what the world has told you. You may not have been able to fully explain it, but you have always felt it. A longing, a knowing, a sense that you are meant to rise beyond the mundane. This is not a coincidence. This is not an illusion. It is the voice of truth calling you to remember who you are. From ancient scriptures to mystical traditions, there have always been references to those who walk among the world but are not of it. Those who see beyond the illusion, who awaken to the deeper mysteries of existence. They are seekers, messengers, catalysts for transformation. This is why the world does not always embrace you, why you may feel like an outsider, why you are drawn to knowledge and wisdom that others overlook. It is because your spirit is not confined to the boundaries of this material existence. The power of awareness. When you begin to awaken to your true nature, everything shifts. No longer do you see life through the lens of limitation. No longer do you accept the fears and doubts imposed by society. Instead, you begin to move in alignment with a higher understanding. The illusions that once seemed so powerful start to crumble. The distractions that kept you bound lose their grip. The weight of conformity no longer defines your choices. You step into clarity, into purpose, into a state of being that is aligned with the greater truth. And that is why those who awaken are often met with resistance. The systems of the world thrive on control, on keeping people unaware of their true power. When you begin to step outside of these structures to embrace your authentic self, you disrupt the patterns that were designed to keep you small. But this is not a reason to fear. It is a sign that you are on the right path. The more you remember who you are, the less you will be affected by the limitations of the world. The more you embrace your true essence, the more you will walk in confidence, knowing that you are connected to something greater than the illusions that surround you. Now the question remains, what will you do with this knowing? Will you shrink back into the comfort of the familiar? Or will you rise, embrace your path, and walk boldly in the truth of who you are? Because once you awaken, there is no turning back. Living beyond the illusion. Now that you recognize the deeper truth of your existence, the next step is learning how to navigate the world while staying aligned with this higher awareness. The challenge is not simply awakening, it is maintaining your clarity in a world that constantly seeks to pull you back into limitation. Many forces will try to distract you, to convince you that your insights are just imagination, that you are no different from anyone else. Society rewards conformity, praises those who fit into its expectations, and often resists those who break free. But you must not let this discourage you. The key is to remain grounded in your awareness, to recognize that while you walk through this world, you are not confined by its illusions. You are not bound by its rules. You operate from a higher understanding, one that allows you to move through challenges with wisdom, confidence, and purpose. This is why it is so important to guard your mind and spirit. What you focus on shapes your reality. The voices you listen to influence your path. If you constantly consume messages of fear, doubt, and limitation, they will begin to take root within you. Instead, choose to immerse yourself in truth. Surround yourself with knowledge that strengthens your awareness. Seek out those who understand this journey, who uplift and encourage you to grow. Because the more you align with this higher understanding, the more your life will reflect it. The awakening of true power. Once you step into awareness, you begin to experience life in an entirely new way. No longer do you feel powerless in the face of challenges. No longer do you accept limitations as unchangeable facts. You realize that reality is not something that happens to you. It is something you actively shape. This is why the world does not understand those who are truly awakened. While others see obstacles, you see opportunities. While they are controlled by fear, you move with certainty. While they wait for permission, you take action. This is the nature of true power. It is not about controlling others. It is about mastering yourself. It is about living with intentionality, knowing that every thought, every word, and every action carries energy that shapes your path. But with this power comes responsibility. You must be mindful of how you use your awareness. Will you use it to uplift, to expand, to create? Or will you allow distractions to pull you back into doubt and hesitation? The choice is always yours. Walking the path of purpose. Awakening to your true nature is only the beginning. The next step is walking with purpose, living each day with intention, knowing that your existence is not random, but part of something greater. The world will try to pull you into its distractions, its illusions, its noise. It will tempt you with comfort, with the path of least resistance, with the idea that blending in is easier than standing out. But deep down, you already know the truth. You are not created for mediocrity. You are sent here with a mission. Your presence is not accidental. The wisdom you carry, the vision within you, the way your mind perceives things differently, it all has a purpose. There are people you are meant to impact, changes you are meant to bring, knowledge you are meant to share. But to fulfill this mission, you must stay aligned with your higher self. This means letting go of what no longer serves you. It means releasing fears that keep you small, removing distractions that dull your vision, and stepping fully into the person you were always meant to become. Because the moment you embrace your purpose, everything shifts. You begin to move with confidence. You start attracting opportunities that align with your mission. You find clarity where there was once confusion. The world may resist you, but that resistance is proof that you are on the right path. Embracing the divine within, understanding that you are not merely human, means accepting the divinity within you. The world may teach that power is something external, something to be obtained through status, wealth, or influence. But true power, the kind that transforms lives, has always been within you. It is the quiet knowing in your soul, the fire that refuses to be extinguished, the voice inside you that whispers, "You were meant for more." To access this power, you must trust it. You must listen to the guidance that arises from within. You must honor your intuition, follow your insights, and move forward even when logic says it is impossible. Because the truth is, you were never meant to operate by the world's rules. The moment you fully align with your divine nature, limitations begin to dissolve. The impossible becomes possible. Doors open where there were once walls. You are not here to live a life of fear. You are here to walk in mastery, to carry yourself with authority, to move with a presence that shifts everything around you. This is the essence of awakening. It is the realization that you are not separate from divine power. You are an expression of it. And once you truly embrace this truth, your life will never be the same again. Walking in alignment. To live as your true self, you must walk in alignment with your higher purpose. This means choosing your path with awareness, refusing to be distracted by illusions, and staying focused on what truly matters. The world will always try to pull you back into its cycle, into fear, doubt, and limitation. It will try to convince you that your power is an illusion, that your calling is a fantasy. But deep inside, you know the truth. You are not made to conform. You are made to lead. This does not mean you must seek recognition or approval. True leadership begins within. It is about mastering your own thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. It is about standing firm in your truth, even when no one else understands. When you stop chasing external validation and start trusting your inner wisdom, everything changes. You become unshakable. The fears that once held you back lose their grip. The challenges that seemed insurmountable become stepping stones. Your mission is not to fit into the world's mold, but to break free from it. Breaking free from illusion. The greatest deception of this world is the belief that you are powerless. The systems around you are designed to keep you distracted, disconnected, and dependent. They want you to doubt yourself, to seek approval from others, to conform to the status quo. But you were never meant to be controlled. The moment you stop looking outside yourself for answers and start listening to the truth within, the illusion begins to break. You realize that the only thing keeping you trapped was your own perception. You have always been free. And now it is time to walk in that freedom. Embracing your true identity, the world may not recognize who you truly are, but that does not change your essence. You are not defined by the opinions of others. You are not limited by the expectations placed upon you. Your identity is not something that can be given or taken away. It is something you must awaken to. This awakening is not about gaining something new. It is about remembering what was always there. The strength, the wisdom, the light within you have never disappeared. They have only been covered by layers of conditioning, doubt, and fear. But now those layers are falling away. You are stepping into clarity. You are stepping into power. You are stepping into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Walking the path with courage. As you embrace your true nature, you may find that the world resists you even more. The systems that thrive on conformity do not welcome those who have freed themselves. But this is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is confirmation that you are exactly where you need to be. Do not fear rejection. Do not shrink back when the world pushes against you. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger. Every test you endure refines you. Every moment of resistance is shaping you into the unshakable force you were created to be. You do not need permission to rise. You do not need validation to be who you are. Step forward with confidence. The world may not understand you, but the universe recognizes its own. The power of awareness. Once you awaken to who you truly are, you begin to see the world differently. What once seemed important fades into the background. The illusions that kept you bound lose their power. You realize that you are not here to follow the path laid out by others. You are here to carve a path of your own. This journey is not about escaping the world, but seeing it for what it truly is. The rules that govern the ordinary do not apply to you. The limitations that others accept do not define you. Your mind is no longer controlled by fear. Your heart is no longer weighed down by doubt. You are free. And with this freedom comes responsibility. The responsibility of the awakened awakening is not the end of the journey, it is the beginning. Now that you see clearly, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you return to the distractions that once kept you asleep? Or will you step fully into your purpose? Many will be drawn to your light, and many will resist it. Some will seek your wisdom, while others will challenge your truth. But none of that changes who you are. You are not here to please everyone. You are not here to be understood by all. You are here to be a guide, an example, a force of change. The time for hesitation is over. Step forward, stand tall, walk in the power that has always been yours, because once you see the truth, you can never go back. Living as a chosen one. Now that you understand your true nature, the question remains, how do you move through this world with this knowledge? 1. Embrace your difference. Stop seeking validation from those who will never understand you. You were never meant to fit in. Your uniqueness is your strength, not a weakness. 2. Guard your mind and spirit. The world will try to pull you back into ignorance, but you must stay vigilant. Protect your energy. Be mindful of what you consume, physically, mentally, and spiritually. 3. Speak with authority. Your words shape your reality. Declare strength, wisdom, and purpose over your life. Speak as someone who understands their power. 4. Move with faith, not fear. The world operates by sight, but you operate by knowing. Trust your inner guidance even when the path ahead is unclear. 5. Stay connected to the source. You do not walk this journey alone. Stay rooted in the presence of the divine, and your strength will never fade. The moment you truly embrace who you are, everything changes. The way you think, the way you move, the way you interact with the world, it all shifts, and the world will take notice. This message is not meant to inspire temporary motivation. It is a call to transformation, a call to live every day as the powerful being you were created to be. Perhaps you have doubted yourself before. Perhaps you have questioned your worth. Perhaps you have allowed fear to silence you. But today, let all of that fall away. Today, remember who you are. You are not weak. You are not lost. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are destined for something greater. So rise, step forward, walk in power. The time is now. A prayer for the chosen ones. O sovereign creator, the eternal light, the unshakable foundation, the one who knows all things. Today, I lift up every chosen one before you, those whom you have called, those whom you have set apart, those whom you have destined for greatness. Many have walked through darkness, feeling lost, feeling rejected, feeling out of place in a world that does not understand them. But today, let them awaken to their true identity. Let every lie that has clouded their vision be removed. Let every doubt that has held them back be shattered. Let them no longer question who they are. Fill them with unshakable confidence, strengthen their spirits, ignite within them a fire that cannot be extinguished. Let them walk with clarity, with wisdom, and with divine authority. For too long, the world has tried to silence them. For too long, they have been misunderstood, cast aside, and told to conform. But today, let them rise. Let them stand tall, unafraid, unstoppable. No force in this world will break them. No deception will lead them astray. No fear will hold them captive. They are your chosen ones. They are marked for something greater. They are vessels of divine power, and from this day forward, they will never be the same again. Amen. The world may have tried to keep you small, but you were never meant to shrink. You were meant to rise. You were meant to lead. You were meant to walk in power. So step into your calling, take your place, let the light within you shine, because you are not of this world, and the time has come to embrace who you were always meant to be.